From Global's newsroom at 7 o'clock, Boris Johnson could suffer his biggest rebellion yet when MPs vote later on his COVID Plan B aimed at tackling the Omicron variant. More than 70 Conservatives are expected to reject the proposals. They include enforcing COVID passes for entry into nightclubs and some larger venues in England. They're expected to pass comfortably with Labour support, though. Sir Keir Starmer says it's his party's duty to back the new rules.
Time and time again, the British people have risen to the challenge. So let's pull together now and do the right thing once more. At times like this, we must all put the national interest first and play by the rules.
Fully vaccinated people in England who identified as close contacts of coronavirus cases now need to take daily lateral flow tests for a week. As long as they test negative and don't develop any symptoms, they won't have to self-isolate. The Prime Minister says tens of thousands of volunteers are needed to help ramp up the COVID booster jab programme. His target is for every eligible adult in England to be offered another jab by the end of the year to protect against the Omicron variant. Val Bayliss-Brideau, a health official in Manchester, says volunteers are vital.
The last 2 weeks we've been recruiting volunteers again, knowing that something may be coming up in a push to increase that vaccination programme. People are stepping up. That sort of spirit of Manchester that people want to be able to give back. They recognise how important the vaccination programme is.
Reforms to the Human Rights Act are due to be outlined in the Commons later. The Justice Secretary Dominic Raab says the proposals will prevent abuses of the system and will strengthen free speech. But campaigners say the plans are a blatant, unashamed power grab by the government. Ministers have agreed to pay the compensation bill for former post office workers affected by the Horizon scandal. They were wrongly convicted of theft, fraud and false accounting because of a faulty IT system. The government is the only shareholder of the post office, which says it's unable to cover the payments itself. A COVID outbreak at Manchester United has led to tonight's Premier League game at Brentford being postponed. United say a number of positive tests will require ongoing surveillance. In the city, the FTSE 100 will reopen at 72.31 after closing down 60 points yesterday, and the pound buys $1.32 and €1.17. LBC weather, cloudy and mild for most, wet and windy in the northwest of the UK, and patchy drizzle in the south, a high of 14 degrees. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Simon Conway.